It's now 7 o'clock. I'm welcoming everybody here to the Mayor and Council meeting of August 20th in the year 2015. So at this time, one second. This meeting is being held in accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act and required by law. This meeting has provided, as required by law. Certain portion of it may be closed to the public for the purpose of personal and or other matters outlined in the Sunshine Law. Decisions made and or discussed in the closed session will be made known to the public at a later date. All contracts awarded by Mayor and Council must comply with affirmative action requirements. Fire exits are located in direct line pointing there and there. In case of fire, you will be notified by me via the public address system. If you are alerted of fire, please move in a calm and orderly manner to the nearest smoke-free exit or directed by me by the public address system. Okay, Madam Clerk, can we get a prayer, and then we're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
Thy help in all our duties and all our perplexities, we ask for thy guidance. Give us thy protection in all our dangers and all our sorrows. Grant us thy peace. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, can I get a roll call, please? That's okay.
Councilwoman Story. Here. Councilman Kelly.
Here.
Councilman Elmorosi.
Here.
Councilman Viola.
Here.
Councilman Petrosky.
Here.
Councilman Templeton.
Here. Present. Okay, we're just going to let you do the communications real quick, and then we'll change the order of the meeting and swear on your office.
Okay. We have 5 communications this evening. We have a request from the residents of the 400 block of Amsterdam Avenue to hold a block party on Saturday, September 5th from 12 p.m. until 9 p.m. We have a request from the residents of the 600 block of Ashwood Avenue to hold a block party on September 5th from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. with a rain date of September 6th. We have a request from the residents of the 800 block of Lark Street to hold a block party on Saturday, September 19th from 11 a.m. until 10 p.m. with a rain date of October 3rd. We have a request from the residents of the 400 block of Bender Avenue to hold a block party on Saturday, September 5th from 12 noon until 10 p.m. with a rain date of September 6th. And finally, we have a request from the residents of the 300 block of Hemlock Street to hold a block party on Saturday, September 12th from 12 noon to 10 p.m. with a rain date of September 19th.
Mayor, I would like to make a motion to approve the communications.
Second.
Thank you. Any questions or anything real quick? And of course, as you know, the chief has been notified, so. Okay, everybody have fun at block parties. Okay, at this time I'd like to move the portion and have the chief come up to our swearing of our new officer. Communication.
First, Councilman Story.
Yes.
Councilman Kelly.
Yes.
Councilman Elmorosi.
Yes.
Councilman Viola.
Yes.
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
Councilman
Yes.
Okay.
As always, it's a pleasure and a privilege for me to have the honor of swearing in a new police officer. So can I please have Sam Skool and his family up? Come on, everybody. Everybody. Come up. Okay. Put your right hand on the Bible. Okay. I say your name.
Sam Skool.
Do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
I will support
I will support
the Constitution
the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of New Jersey,
of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear
and that I will bear
true faith
true faith
and alliance
and alliance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments
and to the governments
established
established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority
under the authority
of the people.
of the people.
I do further
I do further
solemnly swear
solemnly swear
I will faithfully,
I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of
of the office of
probationary police officer,
probationary police officer,
Roselle Park Police Department,
Roselle Park Police Department,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Welcome aboard. As always, folks, it's a great honor to bring a new officer on. Things have changed since I've been retired, but it's an honor and a privilege to keep the borough, you, the citizens, safe. And in my spiel a little bit later on, I'm going to talk about the acceptance of the 37th safest city in the state of New Jersey, thanks to our police chief, Paul Morrison. Paul, you want to say a few words?
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to welcome Officer Skool to Roselle Park Police Department. I know he's very excited to be here. We're very happy to have him. He comes from Hoboken Police Department, where he served as a Class 2 Special. He gained a lot of experience there, which he can put to great use here in Roselle Park. So, Officer Skool, congratulations. I wish you all the success in your law enforcement career. Congratulations.
First off, thank you for having me here. Thank you for coming out. I'd like to thank the council, Mayor Hoganson, Chief Morrison for everything and giving me the opportunity to be here today. I want to let you know that I'll give my 110% and be the best officer I could be and help keep this town safe. Thank you.
Everybody got pictures? Everybody got pictures? Everybody need pictures? Okay, hold on.
One, two, three.
Okay, got it?
Thank you.
Yeah, sure. party or wherever you gotta go.
Get out.
Appreciate it.
Run.
This time, everybody have any objection? Okay, this time, I'm going to ask Councilman Templeton, Councilman Petrowski, come up and give me a hand with this, and our Director, Rubenshaw here. Oh, there you are. I see you behind me. Okay. Back on July the 26th, Ruben Shar, our director of the Sano Center, has implemented different programs since he's been there. And one of the things that we're doing is Roselle Park has been really changed ethnically in the last 10 to 20 years. The amount of different groups and cultures that are coming in, and he thought it would be a good idea to start bringing everybody together and have different events to celebrate, their culture, their heritage, and to understand, So at this time, back on July 26th, Ruben, with the help of Councilman Templeton and Councilman Petrowski and Maxine and Mrs. and Danny, we had a great event. I didn't recognize who went out there gowns on or costumes, but it was a great day. So at this time, I'll let Ruben call out the names. And when your name's called, please step up.
Rancho Mateos, thank you for donating the food. You have anybody from Rancho Mateos? No? Sandra, would you be able to come up in the front? Thank you. Daisy Cafe Bakery, thank you for your donations for the soda colombiana. Thank you. Thank you so much. Valdina Escobar. Las Americas Bakery. Las Americas Bakery. La Casa del Pan. Brisas Colombiana. Express Cafe. Twin Sister Havana. Vanessa Vaginato. Thank you for the great music. Ayana Montoyo. Danza de Folklore y Arte. Mr. Otto from Auto Dance, Auto Study Dance. Guillermo. Thank you so much. I don't know. Thank you. I don't want to sit back. Thank you so much. And I want to especially thank you, Sandra and Mr. Lucha, for helping put the Peruvian Day as well as the Colombian Day together. I want to thank you so much for both of you. Without you guys' support, it would have not been successful, that's for sure. So, Ms. Sandra Garzon, thank you. And Mr. Lucha, thank you so much. Okay. Everybody got your pictures? Come on up, take a picture. You guys. Thank you, everybody. Thank Folks want to go party? Appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. At this time, I think we left off in July with the second ward, so tonight I will start with third ward, Councilman Ryan Kelly.
Thank you, Mayor. Very brief report tonight. I just wanted to update everyone on the status of the mobile app technology training, public stuff that we have planned that we're here in council chamber. Resolve a few scheduling conflict issues, especially with some time when you guys schedules to match up. I was able to coordinate time for September 17th at the beginning of the regularly scheduled meeting there. Now, so I had forwarded any details to town clerk, and also working with Joe up there in London, make sure we have any necessary equipment up there. Did a brief video presentation, answering questions, briefing out some of the things they do with the presentations. So they're really flexible in regards to the format. And just to serve a refresher, Public Stuff's a mobile app that acts as essentially a digital communication system for residents to submit real-time requests in their neighborhood. So not only help streamline, consolidate processes in various departments, but also help take advantage of some of the existing technologies we already have and make them more efficient to use in a different way. So September 17th, I'll forward additional details to the mayor and the rest of council sometime this week. But I just want to update everybody on that. That's all I have to report for tonight. Yeah, and I'll make sure it's, they said they can usually do it in 15 minutes. They usually can get it all done, so it'll be good.
Just to let you know, I've been approached also, and I think that this is something we should really look into, because today, I had the opportunity last week to meet with the mayor of Galway, and they have it, and it's something where now, I mean, I gotta be honest with you, technology is taking over everything now, so maybe just sit there and punch up your phone or an Apple Watch, you can do it. So I think this would be a great thing for the, the borough. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think it's best just have them come in to give us a tangible value on it, rather than we talk about it and recite the same lines like Google on exactly, what the app entails. They'll be able to answer your questions, give a great value behind it, and it's a nominal cost for what it provides. And even, for instance, the GPS that we have on the vehicles now, that you can even, not directly integrate, but use them in conjunction. So that'll
Yes, because just what you were just saying about the apps and the GPS that we do today, I hope everybody saw the email about a certain complaint that came through, and GPS was right there. So this is something that somebody can, instead of calling us, they can, whoop, and there it is. So yes, I think it's something we should really look forward into. At this time, fourth ward.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Good evening, everyone. My report is very short tonight. I attended Kisano Center meetings in the August 5th with Ruben. As you all know, he's been doing a great job. I was at the in the Kisano Centers. I really want to admire him. He did a very good job. Good job, Ruben. Second, I have attended the Girl Scouts with the Girl Scouts team, Teresa Wang, the Girl Scouts in the West Grant Avenue, planting some flowers. Folks, you can come stop by and look at it. It's very nice. They did a very good job. I also have an invitation with the Mayor and Council. I'm sure Mr. Mayor is going to talk about it. From Ternitas Hospitals. They did invite Mayor, Council, and Roselle Parks. They're proud of us, actually. They invite also the police department, fire department. It was a very successful, great meetings. They had great presentation. They did talk about the communication with hospitals and the Roselle Park Fire Department, Police Department, Mayor and Council, and our residents. And they welcome everyone from Roselle Park. So if anybody has any question, please give us a call. And that will include my report for tonight. Thank you.
Sorry about that, folks. We're just trying to get some. Fifth Ward Councilman Richard Templeton.
Thank you, Mayor. On July 25th, I attended with Mayor Hoganson, my wife, and family. The Peruvians for Progress had a college scholarship award at the Union County Administration Building. It was a beautiful event. On July 30th, I attended the capital budget meeting. August 2nd, it was an honor to be invited by Freeholder Sergio Granados, Elizabeth Mayor's Bulwich and Council to the Columbian Festival. I was brought up on stage and introduced as Roselle Park's 5th Ward Councilman. Another great event. On August 4th, we're at National Night Out. I want to say thank you to the Roselle Park Police Department, Fire, First Aid Squad, and OEM. They put on a great show. My son had a great time. I want to say thank you to Fireman McCready. He brought my son Ryan to the fire truck. My son was actually really impressed. He liked it, enjoyed it a lot. August 16th, attended the Italian Day at the Casano Center. Another beautiful event. I want to say thank you, Rupen, and all the volunteers putting these events together. We're actually honored to have Al Marabella, freeholder, at the event. August 19th, attended the, August 19th, I would like to thank Mayor and Joe Petrosky for calling the county DPW for the overgrowth by Woodside Gardens. We had a lot of overgrowth over there along the tracks, and the county came down and cut everything. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Joe. August 18th, I attended a walkthrough at Trinitas Hospital. They went over new facilities, new emergency room, brought us on a tour of the hospital. I just want to say one thing. This is for the November 3rd election. Myself and my running mate, Councilman Petrosky, we voted on Tuesday with the RPDC that they will be nobody standing outside the polling places. It worked out last year. Basically, it'll save us approximately $8,000. So we get a lot of feedback from the residents, and they're asking the same thing as we go in and talking to a lot of 5th Ward residents. That will conclude my report.
Thank you. Councilwoman at Large, Charlene Story, please.
Thank you, Mayor. First of all, I'd like to congratulate Patrolman Sukol and wish him the best in his career at Roselle Park Police Department. As has been mentioned, National Night Out was a great success. I do apologize that I was not there until late. I had a family commitment, and then caught those traffic delays that came up because of that accident on London Jersey Turnpike. So I did get to see some of it, but I'm sorry that I missed all too much of it. Italian Day, great crowd, a lot of fun, delicious food. Many thanks to Vintage Restaurant, Costa's, and Sun Tavern for providing food. Some of the singers also donated their skills. Joe DeGenato, Rosie Rinaldi, and also Lou and Sandy of Dance a Lot. The only way we really can do these events is because we get these donations. And I think that everyone is enjoying them, and we really do appreciate everything they've done. I appreciate also Rupert Shah's efforts to get people to donate in a nutshell as a fundraiser. Again, we're looking forward to, I am particularly looking forward to Polish Slavic Day. Coming up, we have the Wedding Expo, which will be September 13th from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. We have Roselle Park vendors signed up for who can supply people for all kinds of weddings, from the elegant to the very simple and heartfelt. We have, you can find out how to have dance lessons for your first dance and to pick the right kind of things so that it will also work out well with your photographs. We're going to have a couple of photographers. We have an officiant for a wedding if you want to get married in your home or at a park or at the beach. We have, you'll be seeing a couple of limousines outside the Casano Center. We have DJs, we have home caterers. We really have gotten a really nice response from our businesses here in Roselle Park. It's a one-stop shopping for take away some of the stress to do with putting on such an event. So please be there and let's support our businesses here. Even if you are not planning a wedding anytime soon, you may be planning some other kind of event or just want to see what's going on with our businesses. It is free, so please come by. And if you own a business that has not signed up yet, please call Rupert Shah at the Casano Center, 245-0666, as soon as possible, because there aren't that many spots left, I'm happy to say. As has been mentioned, on Tuesday, Mayor Hokanson, Councilman Petrosky, Templeton, and El Marassi, as well as representatives from the fire and police departments. We all met with Trinitas Regional Medical Center CEO, Gary S. Horan, and about a half dozen members of his senior staff. We had a lengthy discussion about the services that Trinitas can offer our borough, from sessions for mothers of small children to helping seniors who have recently been released from the hospital, to educating our first responders on how to determine whether a person is drunk or having a diabetic episode. There's lots of ways that they are willing to help us, and we learned a lot about the changes that Trinitas is making. They are expanding greatly. They're going to emphasize one-person rooms now with actual cots for family members who want to stay over. And if you've ever been in that situation, you know that, boy, that cot looked awfully good because the floor gets awfully hard. And they're also making a lot of changes in their emergency room. They're going to have special sections for people who may be violent or have other such issues, for a special section for geriatrics, and they're doing an awful lot. And I think that people who go over there will see that it is to a great extent a new Trinitas. So I do encourage you to keep up with what's happening there. Last night before, it begins to blend. Tuesday night I attended the Board of Education meeting. They had a very interesting slideshow on what they will be doing with giving out laptops to the students. This is on their website. If you have a child in the school, or just if you're paying taxes toward those children, please take a look and see where your money is going and the movement in technology. I think that this is, just my own opinion, probably something that we really need to catch up on. It's just, it is expensive, but it is a fact of life that students need to have those laptops today. But please take a look and draw your own conclusions. Just want to mention that we've just coming out of, I hope, another heat wave. And please, everybody, just don't be careful yourself. Keep an eye on, especially your elderly neighbors. I was in a supermarket the other day, and a woman, an elderly woman, was ahead of me, and the clerk did the, just a sort of, oh, hi, how are you? And the woman said, I'm feeling lightheaded. I think some water would help, and it just went right by the shut girl. And luckily we were able to help her out, but just watch it. I think a lot of times, an elderly person doesn't realize. She was saying, oh, I'll be fine, I have water in the car. Well, you wonder, would she make it to the car? She might pass out, she might injure herself. Please keep an eye on, especially on your elderly neighbors, because they may not realize what the heat is doing to them. And then, on the other hand, I see that we have our first declared hurricane of the season. So encourage everybody to check your emergency supplies. If you have a portable radio, check the batteries. I think a lot of us probably put together emergency kits a couple of years ago, after we really got hit so badly. And maybe it's time to pull everything out of those kits and make sure everything is fresh. Hopefully we'll get hit this year, but Hurricane Danny is the first one, so there you are. And that's about all I have to say tonight. Oh, one more thing. Tomorrow night, Friday, at the Hermshaw football area, the marching band will be out there at 6:30. Please come out and support the band. Thank you.
First Ward, Chief Old.
Thank you, Ray. I was going to mention about the heat wave and the seniors and little children, but that's okay. The more we say it, the more it might sink in people's heads. The very young and the very old. Knock on your neighbor's door, invite them over, or you go see them. You don't have to leave the neighborhood, just one house away. You probably know somebody in the neighborhood, or maybe they might know you. If neither of you wish to talk to each other, or they might be watching TV, you can contact your first ward counselor. I might not do much but turn the air conditioner on and give you a bottle of water or help you out if I can. My phone number is 908-666-7824. That doesn't mean that I won't be able to come immediately, but I will make sure if you call me, I will make an attempt to see you that day. That will be for the seniors. For the kids, the moms have to take care of them. They're very young. Okay. I would like to speak about that young girl in the Colombian Day party. She was singing very nice. I expect to see her in American Idol one day. We'll be giving her an award here. And then the mayor had also said that to her, but I never got her name. I was hoping maybe she would be here. Maybe we'll catch her next year. That was very nicely done at the Colombian Day. I'd like to take my hat off to the group, and I don't know what you're going to pull off for the Polish Slavic Day, but I'm going to be there to find out. I'd like to, we didn't get the chance to give reports at the last meeting, and I didn't get a chance to give Nancy Caliente my condolences on passing of her mom, so I just like to give it to her now, even though it's long overdue, long done. And the National Night Out on Chestnut Street is very well done. The town went all out. I think the town is very much alive. And the young kids, they were freezing with that water on the slide because it came right from the fire hydrant, but they were loving it. I should have brought my babysitter, but I didn't. I hope we can continue this functions because it shows that we care for the community and we are not just, we come to Roselle Park and then we leave it to go to work and come home. I like to see that we care, and all of these activities at the Casano Center, the Italian function that just happened on the 16th was fantastic. The music, and this is all extra time that we give to the community, and I'm glad to see that the seniors and a lot of the adults come out, and even though it was 100 degrees outside, I was glad I was inside that day there. But if we continue this path, you're going to see Roselle Park come alive, and it's going to be better every year with more functions, and I expect to be a part of it, even with project graduation next year, hopefully. I was at the League of Municipality meeting on Monday, but I was just there as a citizen just to see what functions happen, and I wanted to see if I can bump into some of the public there. I'm hoping there'll be more attendance at each meeting, but if I can make them more and more meetings, I'm going to make an attempt to be at these things. I hope to see you all there. And that will conclude my report for this meeting.
Thank you, sir. Second ward, Joseph Petrosky.
Thank you, Mayor. First of all, I want to send my condolences out to Greg Kleminski's family. Greg was involved in Little League and Dad's Club for many years, and his wife was on the first aid squad, so my condolences go out to them. And also to Malcolm Marcus and his family. He was a citizen of Roselle, but his son lived in town, Roselle Park. And Malcolm was a World War II vet, and he did a lot for the Legion over in Roselle. So my condolences go out to their families. I attended the National Night Out. Ruben did a great job, and the slide seemed to be a big hit. A lot of people complimented me on that. On the 8th, I attended my block party of the 300 block of Sheridan. Thank you, Mayor, for showing up, and it was very nice. Okay. The 15th, I attended the 60th anniversary of the Assumption Church, and very nice mass. And I wasn't able to make the dinner, but the mass was very, very well attended. On the 16th, I went to the Italian celebration. Okay, again, great job by everyone. The music, food was excellent. On the 17th, I attended the land use meeting. Okay. On the 18th, as previously reported, I went to the Trinitas tour, and they took it to a couple of floors, so it was very well educated. And I also want to congratulate the new police officer. And the Roselle Park Youth Baseball League is going to have their end of the year party on the 29th of August from 5 to 8 at the Little League field. So any players or coaches, you know, it should be on the website, but if you don't know about it, just give the call to the league officials. And you can contact me at jpetrosky@rosellepark.net, and also 908-666-7821. And that's my report, Mayor. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Excuse me, Mayor, I'm sorry, I forgot something.
No problem.
And I don't know how I forgot something so important. I also want to say that Ruben Shaw has told us that the Cassano Center received an anonymous donation from a resident of $1,000. And that donation is earmarked to increase programs for youth. So that's a very, very generous resident, and whoever you are, we thank you very much. And I know Ruben is already working with this person and independently to come up with some of the programs that can be funded with this donation. So thank you.
Thank you. Every little bit helps. At this time, back on Wednesday, July the 22nd, I had the opportunity, along with numerous other mayors in Union County, they have now what they call the Mayor's Roundtable. We met at Union College to discuss problems throughout the county. And one of the things they brought in was the redevelopment people, that in case we've had any things to do, or questions. So very formal information on that. As you already heard, Sunday on July the 26th, we had the Columbian Day Feast at the Cassano Center. Again, we're opening up to all the different ethnic groups in the borough. On Thursday, July the 30th, we had a county meeting, myself, Councilman Story, a council meeting with the Union County Economic Development Group that came here. They actually came here. We had about a 2-hour meeting with them. They gave us a lot of information what we can use to help businesses in town. If we have little problems that we can solve, they're more than willing to come in and help us. So we are, you know, glad that we can do that. Also that night we had the capital budget meeting, which was, you know, done. You've already heard about Tuesday, August the 4th, National Night Out. We thanked Ruben. The one guy we forgot to mention was Detective Coca, the Roselle Park Police Department, which put a lot of time and effort into that. Maybe next year, I mean, it was a great turnout in front of the Casino Center, but maybe we can look to expand it up to the 100 block in Chester Street to get emergency involved. People were there, you know, Costa's, you know, the liquor store, you know, water, soda. Maybe it's just an idea to, you know, put out there next year. We can incorporate not only National Night Out, but we can also accommodate our merchants. So it's just a, you know, just a thought. On Saturday, August the 15th, I had the opportunity, as you heard from Councilman Petrowski, Church of the Assumption celebrated its 60th year in the church that it is now. If you go back into the history of Roselle Park, there are 3 churches that were in Roselle Park. The one was first on Columbus, which is now basically the old Viking Plumbing. Then they had the other one built, which is the Chiego Center, which is on Westfield Avenue, and the church that, Church of the Assumption that you see there today is 60 years old. And I've had the honor of attending the Mass. I had the honor of being a guest speaker. The amount of dignitaries that were there, they went back and they found the first person that was baptized in the new church. She showed up. It was a great night for not only us, but, you know, for the borough to show it's family up there. It's like, you know, when things happened, when Sandy hit, they opened up the kitchen. You know, when a family lost their home in a fire, they came up and they opened up the kitchen, and it was just a wonderful feeling, you know, to be there with all the dignitaries to celebrate the 60th anniversary of the Church of the Assumption. So on Sunday, August 16th, at the Italian Fest, gentlemen got up. We sang the national anthem in English, and we had an Italian gentleman sing the national anthem in Italian. And looking over, somebody that knew the words. Councilman Miola knew the words, and he was singing it in Italian. So it's good to see that, you know, you still know that Italian. As you've already heard, we, yesterday, on Tuesday the 18th, we met with Trinitas Hospital. We went down and met with the president and all the other directors and PhDs and the doctors. And there's a lot of things down there that hopefully we can communicate with the Casano Center, with Rupert Shaw, to the hospital will come and work with our seniors. They will come work and talk to different groups, you know, young, old, suicide, drug, alcohol. As you know, Union County has an epidemic of heroin. So it was nice to sit down to see the chairman of the board to offer his services, you know, to come in, you know, to Roselle Park. So it was a good meeting, and hopefully we can get a lot more information, you know, for that. One of the great things that I was, thanks to Sal, who gave me the link. Last year, 2014, Roselle Park was ranked 95th in the state of New Jersey. Well, thanks to this council, thanks to the chief of police, fire department, Chief Signorella, Glenn Costello, First Aid Squad, Mark Pasquale, DPW, Rich Coca, Emergency Management. We went from 95 down to 37th. And I think that's an honor that I'm proud to sit up here as mayor, to sit back with the council people that I had to work with to give us the supplies, and one, to give us, to find us the money, the grants, to keep this thing going. So I think we, the people of Roselle Park, should be thankful and proud that we went from 95 down to 37th. And hopefully, as long as I'm here, in the next 1,100 and something days, that we can get that down to hopefully maybe within the top 10. But I go out to everybody that has made it a safe city. I have always made that my #1 priority. And as long as I'm here, I will keep making that my #1 priority. And I am thankful for the, not bad, we only got beat out by one other town, Berkeley Heights and Union County, so. Everybody yells and screams, we got none of this, we got none of that, we want to be like, we've had people come here, let's be like Cranford, let's be like Westfield, let's do what we're always doing. Well, folks, we're doing what we can, and you see the results. So, again, I thank everybody, I thank everybody, I thank everybody. So that concludes my report. I see the Chief of Police in the audience, if he would come up to give his report.
Thank you, Mayor. First off, I would like to publicly thank the residents of the 600 block of Sherman Avenue. On July 25th, we had an unfortunate police-involved incident there that lasted the entire night, beginning at 9 p.m. And ended at 7 a.m. the next morning. The residents there, as well as in the surrounding areas, were extremely cooperative and understanding of the situation. They even brought water and coffee out to the officers that were stationed in different locations. I can't thank them enough. Their cooperation really assisted with the investigation. Unfortunately, it didn't have the outcome that we were hoping for, but they were very gracious, and the other agencies that assisted also asked that I extend my thanks to all of the residents in that area. They were a big help. So thank you to them all.
Chief, just on that note, a couple days later, Councilwoman Story, Councilman Petrosky, and myself, we also walked the 600 block. And everybody had the highest praise for the your department, the county. It is sad that it didn't work out the way it did. But everybody felt safe. They felt, they knew kind of like what was going on. They said, job well done. So to the officers out there, on everybody in the county, your officers, good job.
On a happier note, we graduated our third Youth Police Academy. It began on August 10th and ran through August 14th. It really is a great program. Special thanks to Detective Sergeant Freno, Sergeant Wintermute, Officer Medrano, Detective Coca, Detective Company, and Lieutenant Jimenez. Officer Medrano for the past 2 years has really done a lot of legwork and has put this program together. The other officers volunteer their time. I always say it, I think they have more fun than the young cadets themselves. We had 19, the biggest class this year, 19 recruits. They really enjoyed it. They get to interact with not only Roselle Park Police Department, but as well as agencies from all throughout Union County, as well as the state, the New Jersey State Police. It's a great program. We're looking to even extend it a few more days next year because there's just so much involved, and the kids just really enjoy it. So special thanks to their parents as well for allowing them to participate and allow us to have their kids for the week. It's our pleasure. We love interacting with the children. They get to see police for they're people like everybody else, and that's one of the greatest things about it. So thank you to everybody involved. It's a great program, and we certainly are going to continue it. National Night Out, which has been discussed here. Unfortunately, I was away. I was unable to attend. However, I was told it was a great success. I was told At the end of the night, there were several residents still there, didn't want to leave. They were having a great time, so, that's great to hear. And Mayor, as you brought up, talking about extending it down another block, we have also discussed that, and that may be a good idea to get the other merchants involved in the area there. We're also already looking at doing some additional things for next year's National Night Out. But thank you to all the residents, Mayor and Council, for your support in the program, the First Aid Squad, Fire Department, everybody who participated, and Mayor, as you said, Detective Coker does a lot of work in this program, so he's to be congratulated for his hard work as well. Mayor, as you brought up, and Councilwoman Story, the meeting with Trinitas Hospital, they have offered up a few training sessions with the police department. We already have wheels in motion that we're certainly going to take them up on that training. The training's free, it's valuable training. People with different medical issues, sometimes it's not easily identified by a police officer, and Trinitas is willing to come in and train the officers as to what different signs are with people with different type of medical issues. So we're certainly going to take them up on that. And that concludes my report.
Anybody have anything for the chief?
Chief, I got one thing. I just want to commend you guys, your department and your officers. Had an issue last week at one of the buildings, a suspicious vehicle, not from town, possible drug use, prostitution going on. You guys responded quick, nipped it in the bud. The residents overall were very happy. Thank you.
I was briefed on that, and thank you for being involved. And, again, we need people to, let us know sometimes what's going on. And we're more than happy to, have the community contact us. And I always say, there's no silly question or concern. Let us decide, what needs to be addressed and what doesn't. Please don't ever hesitate to call the police department. But yes, thank you very much.
And also, I received a complaint today about animals, and I thank Sergeant Constantino for forwarding me the photographs, which I did forward to the New Jersey SPCA. So thank you for that policy. So we have a policy that the chief started. Anything to do with dead animals that look suspicious, we are now taking pictures, forwarding to the state SPCA. So they're follow-up. So thank you on that. Anything else? Thank you. Big job, Chief.
Thank you.
Thank you. At this time, I see our DPW Superintendent, Mark Pasquale.
Good evening. About 2 weeks ago, one of the DPW workers handed in his resignation, Mr. Kyle Dugan. Tomorrow will be Kyle's last day at work with Roselle Park. I just want to let the general public know that the job for the Class 1 laborer is advertised in the Star Ledger and on the Roselle Park website, and they can pick up applications at the Borough Clerk's office, and we will be accepting applications until Friday, September 18th. With the GPS, the DPW got a call from a homeowner and was complaining that the sweeper wasn't by her house in a long period of time. I went on the computer. I was able to bring out the date, hour, minute, and second when the sweeper went by her house. I called her back, explained it to her. I asked if she would like a printout, because I could print it out to show exactly when it went by. This will also help the borough during the winter. So when we have a snowstorm, from time to time, we get calls from residents saying, our street hasn't been plowed, our street hasn't been salted. And this is a good way for the borough to answer these people, because a lot of times people have questions, nobody calls them back, nobody answers them, and it'll show that the town is investing in things to make things better. I submitted my monthly written report. Does anybody have any questions on that?
Mark, I just want to make a clarification. The job description was advertised in the leader, not the letter.
Oh, I'm sorry, thank you.
I have two things for you.
Sure.
you don't mind. When you get a chance, he's not here tonight, but Lyman Thompson, as you know, bought and dedicated the Doughboy portrait that's hanging up in Borough Hall. So with the help of one of our local photographers, we were able to get a picture of him holding his proclamation. So the Doughboy portrait donated by Lyman Thompson, December 4, 2014. Can we get you to hang that up? All right, I think right a little left of Saul's head. Okay, and also I've talked to council, and if you get a chance on tomorrow, if you could please remove the unofficial, and as of tonight, Jake, you now have the official seat where you sit.
They will both be done tomorrow.
Okay? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anybody have any questions for the superintendent?
Just one thing, taking that tree down on Henry Street, the resident was very happy. He had a couple issues with damage to his son's car and everything, so he was very happy that his mom got that.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Any other questions?
Thank you, Mayor. Just one thing, Mark. The resident on my block has had a tree limb fall. They're very happy with the way it turned out. Cleaned it up very nicely. And I would just want to give you my vote of confidence that you will be able to hire the best man for the job when it comes time to reviewing all those applications you're going to get for this replacement for Mr. Dugan. And I will forward this to you in an email, but I just want to say it to you live, just so everyone else knows. You will pick the best man for the job. That's how it's going to be. Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, thank you. This time, I have the Director of the Sound Center, Ruben Chop.
Okay, month of July, we had our first trip to the Point Pleasant, and we had about 20 seniors who had enjoyed it in the Point Pleasant, and they had the stop at the shrimp box. We have it again in August, and also in September if the weather permits. 26th we had a Colombian Day. 29th afternoon movie. Now we will be expanding that as well from the September onwards. We're going to be having twice a month. That is going to be also on Wednesdays. Month of August, National Night Out on August 4th. Thank you, Rich, for showcasing the Casano Center. Also, we started the summer movies for the kids. We have about 10 to 15 kids who are coming to the center and enjoying the movie, as well as free popcorn and soda. August the 16th, we had the Italian Day. Great turnout. Not as expected, but yes, I'll take it. It was pretty good too. On concerts, also we have about 10 to 15 seniors who's coming, going to the concerts and enjoy themselves. We are having a magic show on 24th at 1 p.m. That's going to be after nutrition. In the month of September, trying to make little changes, add some more programs and activities. Right now we have Monday, Tuesday and Friday nutrition. I am talking to county to have it done on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, all 4 days. In addition to that I'm planning to get some line dancing, Zumba Gold, and also some youth program, the age 16 to 50, 55, Zumba, as well as the hip hop dance and that. So I'm working towards that. September 13th, we'll be having the Wedding Expo. We'll be starting the computer classes for seniors from September 14th. It's going to be at 1:30 p.m. at the Casano Center. That's going to be every Monday, 1:30. On 23rd, again, I'm sorry, I forgot, the car show and the Art Belows Art, which is going to be on 19th. Also on 27th, we're going to have the Policeman's Live Day, working towards that also. A couple of thank yous to the Church of Methodist and Jean and Tonucci for donating the food for food pantry, as well as Jean, thank you also for donating the water and chips for cooling center. Whenever we announce the cooling center, he drops off the water and the chips. Thank you DPW for installing new shelvings in the food pantry. It's very well organized now. Thank you, Charlene, for doing the wall art. That looks beautiful. Thank you. That's pretty much. Thank you.
Good job. You may have any questions for the director? How much popcorn do you go through?
One bag, 2 bags. Depends on how much.
For all the kids, you better buy one.
Okay.
Ruben, I just want to say, job well done. A lot of the seniors are coming up to me, all the properties I manage in town. There's quite a few seniors, and they're very excited to go to the Casano Center these days, so thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Great job. Thank you. All right, going back to our reports, at this time I would like to turn it over to my engineer.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. My report will be brief, although it will be slightly longer than last month. The DOT has announced to all counties and municipalities their fiscal year 2016 municipal aid program. It's a grant program. The application deadline is October 20th, 2015 for submissions. The borough has successfully has received grants from that program for the last handful of years for projects such as redoing Grant Avenue, multiple phases, west and east, Lincoln Avenue, Colfax Avenue, multiple phases 1 and 2, which that job should hopefully take care of itself later this year. That's my report for this evening. I am fairly confident my report will be more lengthy at next month's meeting.
So basically everything hopefully is on track.
Everything is on track, pending vote of council at the next meeting. Yes.
Talking about track, to remove the track?
Yes, I heard the track comment, yes.
Remove the track on Colfax?
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
Anybody have any questions to our engineer?
Just as you mentioned about the DOT, so we need to come up with a street.
Yes, I did want to say that. For some reason I omitted it, but I will be working with the Public Works Committee as well as the Director of Public Works to come up with probably 2 or 3 streets that would be good candidates to submit, and we'll present them to the governing body and make a decision as which street we should submit under the application. The governing body is going to have to pass an endorsing resolution, which is made part of the application. So we probably should have that secured or at least thought out by the second meeting of September. So, thank you.
Tom, the status of Colfax Avenue, is that still on schedule or anything?
The status of Colfax Avenue is still on schedule, presuming that the capital ordinance passes the second reading at the September meeting. That project will move forward right away and secure a contractor in September for immediate mobilization and construction.
Thank you.
Anybody else, engineer? Okay, Mr. Chief Financial Officer.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just a friendly reminder, tax bills are mailed out. They are due. The due date was extended to August 31st. If you pay after August 31st, interest will revert back to August 1st.
That's all I have at this time, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Madam Clerk? No report. Okay.
Mr. Mayor, I would like to make a motion to approve the reports of department. Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Thank you, Mayor. Per Director Mayor, the following meetings in July, the following meetings